Welcome back. Today in our Sunday Spotlight, we're talking about our local libraries. Earlier this month, Sarah McKusker, library director in Canton and president of the Connecticut Library Association, paid a visit here to Studio A to talk about some of the things you might not realize you can check out at your local library. She brought along some interesting props as proof. Take a look.
In my library, the DVDs are right inside the front entrance, and the number of people who walk in and say, "Oh, you have DVDs," is just astounding to me because we've had them forever. You know, for 20 years now probably. But yeah, when we start telling people about all the different things that we have and that other libraries have, it's astounding.
Now, I want you to go through some of these things on the chair next to you, but I want to make the point that not everything is at every library.
Correct.
So if you have a library card, you could go wherever these things are and get them if you're interested.
Yep, absolutely.
How do you find out about some of these? Like, you're going to tell us about this metal detector in a second. How do you find out about where something like that is?
Yep, so the first place to go is to your own public library, because a lot of even the smaller libraries will have collections like this. If you go to your home library and you get a card there, you can then take that card to any public library in Connecticut and use it there. So if you get your card in East Hartford and then you want to go to Woodstock or Stonington or wherever, you can do that. Each library has its own catalog. Many of the libraries are in a big consortium, so you can search a whole lot of libraries all at once. And if you just go in and type in something like metal detector or projector, you'll get those to come up, and your librarian can help you find them if you're not able to do it.
Very cool. Tell us about these things on the chair next to you, because these are some things that people might not realize they can get from the library.
So what we have here, it's winter, it's dark, so we have one of these, the lights for
like the outdoor light?
Right, exactly, like the mood lights.
The sun,
yep, exactly. So if you're suffering from seasonal depression, you go to the library.
You can check that out of your library. You can plug it in at home, and you don't have to go on Amazon and spend the money to buy it. You could just take a little dose of your vitamin D right there.
Yep, exactly. So if you want to try it out and see if you're able to do it, or see if it helps you without shelling out the money, you know, come to the library, borrow it for a couple weeks, try it out, and then.
And I know you said some of these things are from your library and some are from Berlin?
Yep, exactly.
So, is that yours?
Nope. So this is from the Berlin Library.
Okay.
Another thing I have that belongs to them is a metal detector. It's a little cold for that now, but you know, in the summer these are very popular. They come with the headset and everything, and you can borrow it, go to the beach, go to wherever.
And if you wanted, I mean, this could be something where if you had a grandparent who's got the kids for the day and wants to find something wacky to do, you go rent that and you go down to the beach and see if you can, pick up enough loose change to hit the ice cream truck, and then go take it back to the library. Tell us what else is here on there.
All right, so this guy here.
This is super cool. I didn't expect this.
This is a, I don't know what you call it actually, but it's one of those devices that if your check engine light is on, you plug this into your car.
It's like the code reader.
And it tells you what the code is so you can figure out what's wrong.
So bad oxygen sensor, the gas cap's loose, whatever it is, it's going to tell you. And as I said to you, I think it also lets you clear it.
Probably.
So if you want that annoying check engine light off, you go to your library, you borrow that thing, and you turn it off, although that is not necessarily recommended.
We do not recommend that.
Yeah, but you could.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else you got?
All right, so in the summer, of course, paddleball is the big thing. I assume it's going to continue to be a big thing in 2024. We can, in Canton, we have a couple of paddleball sets you can borrow. In addition to that, we have cornhole, we have ring toss, we have giant Jenga, we have all kinds of outdoor games. So if you're having a big party and you want to do some kind of outdoor activity and you don't want to spend the money for something you're going to use only once. Again, a lot of libraries have these outdoor games.
Certainly something like giant Jenga, if you were having a big cookout, that would be cool. But something like the paddleball, I mean, we've all heard so many people talking about it. Maybe you just want to try it before you make the investment. You could take it out, and you take this out just like a book for a certain amount of time?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, so that'll vary from library to library. Most libraries, the library of things items go out the same amount of time as a regular book. So
you can take the pickleball stuff out and try it?
Yep, absolutely. You just have to provide the court.
And you also have the puzzle there?
Yep, we've got jigsaw puzzles, we have board games, we have video games. You know, again, jigsaw puzzles, the kind of thing you generally do once and then you never do them again. So, you know, a lot of libraries do have either collections of them that you can borrow, or some of them are like a take one, leave one kind of setup. So you can do that too.
Well, and I know on Great Day at 9A, they have the Manchester Library board game segment.
Yep.
It's the same idea. Maybe you don't want to play the same board game every week at the family game night. You can go check out something new.
And especially a lot of those, you know, they get really expensive. So if you want to try a $100 game, but don't necessarily know if you want to commit to that, you know, try it out. And Jen, I know, is always happy to talk to people about them. So
there's some other things that are not necessarily things, but still might be valuable. Museum passes is another big one. Tell me about that.
Yep. So you come in and check out a museum pass just like you check out anything else. And it is a coupon that will get you either, depending on the museum, either free or discounted admission, and we have them for places all over the state and really all over New England. You know, I'm up in the northwest corner, so we have a lot of passes for things in like western Massachusetts.
Sure. Something that you might want to check out,
Exactly.
and instead of either paying full price or maybe even go for free, and you got a nice little thing to do. Also, some of the databases you have access to at local libraries, things like consumer reports, DMV practice tests. If you're searching for a job, you want to check Ancestry, go to your library and ask. Maybe you don't have to subscribe.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of interest in those things?
We do. For us at my library, Ancestry is particularly popular. You have to use it in the library so people come in and we can help them both start their genealogical research and then figure out where else to go from there, from information, to find information that isn't necessarily available on Ancestry. And a lot of libraries too will have their own local history collections. So if you know that your ancestor is from whatever town, you can go to that library, and often they'll have the historical records that you can find information about them from, and that's awfully cool.
So maybe you could use Ancestry as a jumping off point to do more traditional library things.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
We only have a few seconds left, but just tell me, just generally, what's your message for people today?
My message for people today is that your library, we're here for you. We are a community resource. We love seeing people. We love connecting people with information and fun things to do, and we want you to learn and have fun, and we're here to help you do that.
And they even have the props to prove it. That is CT24 for this week. CBS Sunday Morning is coming up next. Have a great rest of your weekend. Maybe spend the day at your local library. We'll meet you back here in Studio A next Sunday morning.